Pradayine, Gaurakatha Damadaya, Nagra Grama Tarine, Namo Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prashai Bhutale, Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine, Namaste Saraswati Devi, Gauravani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Once again, I welcome all of you. Accept my humble obeisances. Just give me a thumbs up. Is my audio, video all fine? Hare Krishna, just one thumbs up. I want to ensure. Are you able to hear me? And is the video? Are you able to see the video? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hari
you.
Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Okay. So, almost all we are at the, end of the first division. First division is Karma Yoga. 1 to 6, Karma Yoga. And 7 to 12, Bhakti Yoga. 8 and 13 to 18, Jnana Yoga. Right? So, Karma, in fact, Krishna gave a glimpse of all three yogas in the second chapter. After that, he started with the actual karma. What is karma? It is the activities which we perform. It has to be performed according to, in alliance with the Vedas. So yesterday we also saw some formula, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, what is Veda. So whatever activity we perform, it has to align with the rules and regulations prescribed in the Veda. Then we call it as pious activity. But still you may see so many people, those who do not follow Vedas, right? They do against the principles which have been prescribed. So what is it known as? Those who perform activities which are against the prescribed activities in Vedas. They are known as Bikarmis. They also perform activities. This birth of human itself is power for performing activity. But they do activities which are against the Vedic principles. So, Vikarma. Okay. And those who perform in alliance with the God, in alliance with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or okay, we can at least say in alliance with the prescribed rules of Veda. So, they all are Sakamakarmi. Why do we call it a Sakama Karmi? Because any karma what we perform is attached to some result or the other. Also, any activity which we perform with an objective. That objective is invariably selfish motive, not for the pleasure of the Lord. So that is Karma Yoga. So yesterday we saw transcendental knowledge. That is when we perform activities, that activity has to be for the pleasure of the Lord. So we saw Samsiddhi Haritoshanam. So that the Sakama Karma is also divided into two. Sakama Karma and Nishkama Karma. There are two types. That is, Sakama Karma, we are attached not only to the activities, that means we have interest in performing the activities, as well as we are attached to the results of the activities. Okay, so that means we perform with some expectation. It is not without expectation. Actually, bhakti has to be without expectation. Akaituki apratihata. But since we all are karmis, okay, and why do we have to perform? Why are we doing karma? To purify our heart. If we perform more activities, our heart will be purified. That too according to Vedas. So karmis, heart is purified. Then akarmis, okay, akarmi and vikarmi. So akarma, now we have to see. Vikarma is opposite. Now akarma. So we have to slowly, gradually transcend from sakama karmi to akarmi. So who is akarmi? Anyone who performs any activity for the pleasure of the Lord. That means what? Krishna is in the center. Whatever activity we perform, we do it for the pleasure of the Lord. So that means, are we not supposed to do our economic activity? Nothing like that. Do your economic activity, but keep Krishna in the center. Or we have to simply say nothing. Perform all the activities with the personal motive. Absolutely no problem. But finally, we have to say Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. That's it. So, what will happen if we do Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu? It will not bind us. Otherwise, when we do karma, it binds us, whether it is, though it is pious activity, papa or punya, whatever it is, it will entangle us with this material world. So when it entangles, what will happen? We will have to come back again to burn that karma. So that is what is entanglement. Okay. So if you do not want to get entangled with the activities, what we perform in this material world, surrender the results. Surrender results of any activity what we perform under the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. So that is Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Hare Krishna. So till here we have seen. Today this chapter is totally dedicated for activities which are performed only in Krishna consciousness. What is it? Keeping Krishna in the center. As we discussed yesterday, we go for shopping, then we have to at least, we have to tell Krishna, for you, I am buying these things, I have brought these things. In fact, when we were all very young, at home, our parents always used to tell, whatever you buy, immediately straight it used to go to the puja room. In front of the Lord only we used to keep. And those days people used to get salary in cash. So whenever the salary comes, straight the envelope used to go to the Lord's place only. But these days that system is not at all there. Amount is credited in the bank account and all expenditures are done with the online payment only. Phone pay, Google pay, this pay, that pay. So where is, we all are going away from Krishna. That is the problem. See, we all are the Tatastha Shakti. The Lord has got three potency. The first is very, very inferior, which is known as external potency. That is Bahiranga Shakti. So the Lord creates this material world with his Bahiranga Shakti. We human beings, living entity, we are created with the Tatastha Shakti. That is the marginal potency. Why do we call it as margin? We are in the center. If you want, we can fall on this side. That means we can fall prey to Maya, or we can go towards the Lord. That is, we will fall inside. What is that? We are traveling towards Krishna. So the more we travel towards Krishna, we are far from Maya. The more we come towards Maya, we are far from Krishna. So we are in the center. So our objective, as I told this human body is the only vehicle which will help us to cross this material ocean. Otherwise, what will happen if we do not reach Goloka? Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. We will keep on coming. Birth, death. If birth is there, obviously old age will come. Old age is there, obviously disease will come. So, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. If you remember yesterday's, what was the verse number? I think 4.7, correct? Janma Karmachame Divyam. Evam yo veti tatvatah. Tektva dekam punarjanmam. Naiti mameti. So Arjuna, Krishna said yesterday, Janma karma cha me divyam. My birth is divyam. That is transcendental. Nobody can understand Krishna's birth. He came as a 400 Vishnu form. He came. Then immediately with his Yogamaya Shakti, again he became like a small baby. So that the parents, Vasudeva and Devaki were very afraid that Kansa may come and harm, kill. In fact, he already, according to him, killed 6 of them, isn't it? So this is what the potency, the Lord's potency, that is Tatastha Shakti. So having got this human form, it is our foremost responsibility to cross this ocean. Krishna himself says, Mama Maya Duratyeya. What is Mama Maya? Maya is Krishna's Maya. So it's not that easy to overcome that Maya. Is it easy to overcome Krishna's potency? Obviously not. But Krishna only says, Mama Maya Durataya, Mamivaye Prapadyante. But if you surrender to me, Mayam Yetam Tarantite, I will help you to cross over this material ocean. So after Krishna himself has told this in 3 places, he has told. 4.7 yesterday he told, Naitima Meti Sorjuna. And in many full 10th chapter he tells in 4 verses. And last 18th chapter, Sarva Dharman Parityajna Mamekam Sharanam Braja Agam Tvam Sarva Papepyo Mokshayishyami Masucha. Surrender to me any sin, what you have performed in your previous birth. This birth I will definitely do. Don't worry. We do not know, remember. Lord has not given us, thank God he has not given us the memory what we were in the previous birth. Imagine if we are pig or rat or something in last birth, and if we have the memory, we will not be able to eat at all, right? So Krishna has given us the forgetfulness because of this only. Otherwise, we will not be able to enjoy the material nature. Enjoying the material nature, again, his Maya, he has created only for that purpose. So in 15.15, the Lord says, memory is also me, forgetfulness is also me. Sarvasya chagam hridi sannivishto mattaga smritir jnanam apoganam cha. Smritir, memory. Jnanam, knowledge. Apoganam, forgetfulness. So Krishna only has given us everything. So, we tell children, you eat this, what is that? So there are chank pushpi, chavanaprash, all these things you eat, you will get the memory, we say. Instead, if we teach children, all the kids, to recite this verse, 15.15, they will never forget anything. So you all try. Whomsoever you see, your neighbors, your relatives, whoever is there, request the parents to teach the children 15.15. For us, which verse is very important? We all come across with so much tension. There will be a junction at some point of time. We are not able to decide what decision I have to take. So we have to surrender. That time we should say that 2.7 Karpanya Tosho Pahata Swabhava Pricha Mitwan Dharma Samuda Chetaga Echreyasya Nishitam Brugitanme Shishyas Tegam Shadi Mam Twam Prapannam. Arjuna, what did he say? Shadi Mam Twam Prapannam. I am surrendering unto your lotus feet, O Krishna. So if we surrender, Krishna will definitely show us the path. So how to surrender? That is what is today's chapter. So do your karma, all activity you perform, but at the end of the day, surrender everything under the lotus feet of the Lord. So action in Krishna consciousness. Anything we do, keep it in the center. So first one, would anyone like to read? If you want to read, you can raise your hand. Hare Krishna. Mataji, today also I forgot that attendance link I sent to Mataji, but she had not sent it. Tomorrow you request Mataji what to do, okay? Mataji will be coming. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu, you want to read the shloka? Shiva Shankari.
Yes, Mataji.
Read Mataji, first
Which-
verse.
Which one, Mataji?
This is the first one, what I have shared. Arjuna Uvacha. Are you able to see? I have not shared Mataji. Have you not shared the
Yes,
screen?
Yeah. Yes, Mataji, I'll read. This is chapter 5 you're doing, right?
Chapter 5, verse number 1.
Okay, I will read. Sorry. Okay, chapter 5.
I can also do Mataji.
Yeah, okay. Now, I'll give turn, Mataji. Don't worry. Yeah,
Okay.
speak, Mataji.
Chapter 5, shloka 1. Arjuna vacha sanyasam karmanam Krishna punaryogam cha shamshasi yachreya yetayor ekam tanme bruhi sunishchitam. Arjuna vacha. Arjuna said, sannyasam, renunciation, karmanam, all activities.
Mataji, we can leave the word meaning. We can go to translation, Mataji.
Okay. Arjuna said, "O Krishna, first of all, you ask me to renounce work, and then again you recommend work with devotion. Now, will you kindly tell me definitely which of the two is more beneficial?"
Very valid doubt, right?
Yes.
Most of us will have the same doubt because
Yes.
Krishna tells renounce. So that renounce word confuses a lot. Here we are supposed to do action. But what are we supposed to renounce? Not the action. We are supposed to renounce the results of the action, the effect of the action. See, if we perform something, there will be end result. But what we do, if we get a very good result, we take all the credit. If something goes wrong, we blame Krishna. That is what generally people do, right? If I get some increment or some promotion or whatever it is, I will say, oh, last year I worked so hard. Wow, I got so much. But at the same time, if I don't get, the worry is not I didn't get. The worry is, wow, my colleague got. Why he or she got? That is the worry. That time, what do we do? Straight we blame Krishna. Krishna, you don't have any justice at all. You don't see who does what. You do not have in your court. There is no judgmental is not correct. No justice. This is what we say, right? But what Krishna is saying, oh Arjuna, fight. You have to fight. Why? You are a Kshatriya. You can't leave this battlefield and run away. Kshatriyas don't do that. Ashochatvam, you remember second chapter. He says if you run from the battlefield, people will call you coward. Oh, Arjuna is not at all a Kshatriya. He is not at all a good warrior. He was so afraid to see Bhishma, Pitama, Duryodhan, everybody in front. That is why he ran away. People will say like that. So what Krishna is doing, telling, please fight, renounce the result. Whether you win or whether you lose. If you remember the second concern, Arjuna is telling, oh Krishna, anyway, if everybody dies in this war, I'm not going to enjoy. So what the answer Krishna gave, if you remember, it will now nothing like that, Arjuna. If you win the battle, you will get the kingdom on this earthly planet. If you lose the battle, you will come to my loka. So in any case, you are going to enjoy, isn't it? So that is what here Krishna is telling. Fight at my order. He told, you remember me, Mam Anusmara Yudhyacha. He said in the second chapter. So Krishna is telling once again, you renounce the result, but don't renounce the activity. See, we all are grahasthas. We are not supposed to leave our activities and run away. Similarly, students, their karma is to study well, but only giving the credit to the Lord. We should not say, as we saw that in the third chapter 27, Prakrite Kriyamanani Guneha Karmani Sarvashaga Ahankara Vimudatma. We think because of our false ego, Ahankar, what do we think? Because of my ability, I was able to do that. So that is what is renouncing. Leave it, whether good or bad. The result is surrendered under the lotus feet of the Lord. Okay, Hare Krishna. Who wanted to read the next one? Be ready, okay? So here again a synopsis is given. The first concern of Arjuna was compassion. Oh Krishna, my gurus are there, acharyas are there, Bhishma Pitamaga is there, my brothers are standing in front of me. For some of his father-in-laws were there, grandchildren were there. So he said, how can I kill them? So he had a compassion. And Krishna gave the answer. You remember? They are not the body. They are the souls. Soul never die. Soul is eternal. Is it not? Then the second concern came, as I told just now, that is enjoyment. There is going to be no enjoyment. So Krishna said, in both the cases, you will enjoy. Then text 31 to 37, prescribed duty. Arjuna told you, remember, it is sin. Killing people is sin. I don't want to do that. Then Krishna, what did he say? Doing the dharma, varnashrama dharma. Brahmanas are supposed to do what? Patanam, patanam, yachanam, yachanam. Kshatriyas are supposed to do what? Protection, administration, welfare activities. Vaishyas are supposed to do Krishi, Goraksham, Vanijyam. Krishi, agriculture. Goraksham, cow protection. Vanijyam, trade. And Shudras do menial services. So everybody is supposed to do their Varnashrama Dharma activities. Swadharma, whatever it is always better to do Swadharma even not perfectly, instead of doing paradharma very perfectly. This is what is told in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna himself tells. So 31 to 37. 42 to 45. Entanglement. It will not entangle. Krishna gave it. The Prabhupada has written beautiful example. The soldier, they kill so many people in the border. Whenever there is a fight, soldiers are, their dharma is to kill people that time. They can't go for the war and say, oh, I can't kill Pakistan people and standing on the LOC, can they say this? No. So that means at the order of the superior, according to the Varnashrama Dharma, if we perform even sinful activity, that will not bind us. Entanglement. There is no entanglement. So Krishna is telling, at my order, you do number one. Number two, you surrender the result to me. Then this activity will not be a binding activity. That is what is entanglement is. Okay. And also, you do akarma, no? 46 to 53 talks about doing devotional service. Once again, what is devotional service? Doing anything for the pleasure of the Lord. That is why Krishna told, go Arjuna, go. Remember me. Ma anusmara. Yudhyacha. Keep fighting. Okay. Then third chapter also you have studied. No duty for a person who is in knowledge. What is that? Who is in which knowledge? Transcendental knowledge. What is this transcendental knowledge? Sam siddhi haritoshanam. We have to do activities for the pleasure of the Lord. Chapter 4 again 33 verse. It said all kinds of sacrificial work culminates in knowledge. Everything is a sacrificial work. As I told, like, see, first boga. Boga is offered to the Lord. Then we take as prasadam. Where from this grain comes? Grain comes from rain. So rain's ahuti, rain's yajna ahuti to the earth is rain. That the cloud gives rain to earth. That is the ahuti for the earth. Earth gives anna, isn't it? So this anna is the ahuti for our stomach. When we feel hungry, we eat. This is like Brahmarpanam Brahmakavir Brahmakno Brahmanagutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. It came, right? So whatever activity we perform, it is nothing but yajna. Different people. So right from, and finally, when this Anna, Bhoga comes, we give Purnahuti. And this Purnahuti is nothing but a gesture of our gratitude to show the Lord that because of His grace, we have got everything. So that again, Ahuti goes, Ahuti comes as rain gives us grain. So it's a visual circle, isn't it? That PPT was also there. I think you all may have understood that. And the last verse in the 4th chapter is, that is what? Mamanu. So Krishna told Arjuna, now you get up and fight. Yes, Mataji, somebody else wanted to read, right? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Who wants to read? Hare Krishna. I got somebody saying they wanted to read.
Mataji, just a minute.
Yeah, read Mataji. This is second verse.
Second verse, no? Okay. Sannyasa Shri Bhagavan Vach. Sannyasa Karma Yogascha Nishreyasakaravubhav. Tayostu Karma
Niksheyasakaravubhav.
Nishreyasakaravubhav. Tayostu Karma Sannyasa Takarma Yogo Vishishyate. So, which means that the personality of Godhead replied, the renunciation of work and work in devotion are both good for liberation. But of the two, work in devotional service is better than renunciation of work.
Devotional service is the better. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So Krishna is very clearly already told, right? What did he say? Work with devotion. Liberation is good, but for liberation, we need to come to that level, right? But instead, do with devotion, devotional activities. So Nishkama Karma and devotional activities. So Nishkama Karma is what? Towards the work, we have the attachment. but we have given up the result of the work. So giving up the result of the work is a liberation, and that is sannyasa. So nishkama karma and devotional service, which is better? Nishkama karma is of course good to start with for everybody, because generally for anybody, give up all the activities only for the pleasure of the Lord, it becomes very difficult. So Krishna is giving a formula in which we can go. This is known as rungs of yoga ladder. Rungs means each and every step. The first step is Karma Yoga. After Karma Yoga comes, that is Karma Yoga. Then it is Buddhi Yoga. Then Ashtanga Yoga. Then comes Bhakti Yoga. But of course, all the other three yogas, that is Karma Yoga, Buddhi Yoga, and Ashtanga Yoga, all these things have to culminate in Bhakti. So why not Bhakti directly? That's why Prabhupada gives a beautiful example, analogy. He explains through an example. If we have to water the plant, we don't water to the trunk, leaf, etc. We water only in the root. Is it not? So that is what Krishna is saying again. Why not to worship only Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna? Yesterday we saw why do we worship Devatas? What is the reason? We saw for instant sense gratification. It was so beautifully explained yesterday, right? Devatas instantly satisfy our desire, as Brahma did for Hiranyakashipu, Lord Shiva did for Ravana, Bhasmasura, right? So they all, because that is what is their responsibility is. But through this example, what we see, even if you do pious activity, what is pious activity? Activity prescribed in the Vedas. So Vedas talk about cow visa. Is it not? Yesterday ABC, in C we saw cow. So there was a king, King Driga. This King Driga used to give lot of cows every day as charity. So, but once what happened, there was a Brahmana in that city. By mistake, that Brahmana's cow came and it got mixed with the king's cowshed. King was not aware of this. So, as usual, next day when king was giving charity of cows to Brahmanas, this cow also he gave. So, the Brahmana who got this cow, the missed cow which was missed, who got this cow was their neighbor, happened to be the neighbor of the owner of the cow. So they developed a big fight. So obviously, ultimately what happened? Both of them gave curse to the king, King Driga, that to become a lizard. But in Bhakti, we have already seen in 2.40, Nega Vikrama Nashosti Pratyavayu vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. You remember? Even swalpamapyasya, little bit of dharma also, if you have done, little bit of devotion or little bit of any swalpamapyasya dharmasya, if you have followed dharma, obviously it will help us. So the king has done lot of pious activity. So in Dwapara Yuga, when Krishna came, that one day, all the Gopas were playing, they peeped into a well, they saw a very, very, in the picture as we see, a very weird lizard. They had never seen like that. Then they called Krishna, Krishna, see what kind of living creature it is. Then Krishna understood that. Then Krishna, gave elevation to this Driga, King Driga. Okay, why it is given? Even if you do pious activity, it will bind us. Yesterday when Prabhu asked, right, this is one of the answer. So you do pious activity, but surrender the result to but the king was prior. He had a pride that he is doing a lot of charity work. That pride is not good, right? That is why. Krishna gives us so many, I told no yesterday, 13th chapter and 16th chapter, 20 and 16 qualities he gives. In that, pride, there should not be pride at all. In our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Trinada Pisuni Chena, Tarora Pisa Hishnuna, Amanadenu Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadagari. He said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Shishtarshakam, 3rd verse. What is it? Make me more humbler than the grass and more tolerant than the tree. Trinadapi Shunichena Tarorapi. Taror means tree. Make me more tolerant than the tree. Why? Because the tree can stand in heat, cold, whatever it is. People throw stones, still the tree will humbly give only fruits back. Isn't it? So that is what very, very important. The most important quality for a devotee. Yes. And Vaishnavastam will definitely have. But to proceed in Krishna Bhakti, the first thing we have to totally eradicate from our Kama, Krodha, Moga, Lobha, Matsarya, right? Anartha Nivarti, Anarthas. These all are Anarthas. Fourth process in Bhakti is Anartha Nivarti. Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivarti. Okay, so that is why when we become very more and more humble, all the anarthas will go, because we learn to prostrate, we learn to obey to others. Otherwise, we think, no, we never bend. We don't want to bend at all. That is why Trinadapi Shunichena. Remember that. Oh Lord, make me more humbler than the grass. Make me more tolerant than the tree. So automatically what will happen? How can it happen? See, it is all, everything belongs to the Lord, right? Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Tena tektena bhunjita magrida kasyach viddanam. Isha Upanishad. Isha Upanishad is the first invocation prayer. What is it, sir? Everything belongs to the Lord. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. So we should not protrude into the quotas of others. What have been allocated for us in our quota, we should only use that. Rest of the things, even our quota also belongs to the Lord. Rest of the things don't belong to the Lord, but He had given it for others. How can we own that? As it is, we are not the owner of anything. The ultimate owner is, maybe I may be owner of a car for some time. The same car will become owner, will be somebody else's. Somebody else will become owner of the same car after some time. Lifelong, we will not use the same car, right? So we are not the real owner at all, not for anything. The real owner, real enjoyer, proprietorship, we need to give away. That is what is Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness says, give the proprietorship. Me and I come out from me and my theory. Right? But Kali Yuga, it is all, children fight for one. I know in some of the schools where parents dragged the school administration till the court just for a small fight happening in the bus. One child wants to sit, another child does not allow. I came first, you came first, they fight. So what do we teach them? We need to teach them to go get away from this proprietorship. We say, no, this is mine, my house. Who gave the material? Lord. Who gave the ability for people to work? Finally, who gave the ability for us to buy that? The Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Mataji, sorry to interrupt. You went a bit faster. What are the 4 stages of Bhakti, Mataji? Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha.
Okay. Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivarti.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, then comes, if the Anartha Nivarti is a very, very difficult stage. Once we cross Anartha Nivarti, rest 5 is very easy. That is Ruchi, Asakti. These 2 are easy. The last 2 are for the elevated devotees. That is Bhava and Prema. Bhava and Prema is for Vrindavan Vasis. Okay, Bhava for all the Acharyas. But at least we should try to come with till Anartha Nivarti. Once we cross Anartha Nivarti, the Ruchi and Asakti will easily come to us. That is more sufficient. So, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivarti, Ruchi, Asakti. Then, Nishtha. After that, Nishtha. Nishtha is also Shraddha, but a firm faith is known as Nishtha. Okay, these are the 7 things we need to work hard for that. Bhava and
Mataji,
Prema are the 8th and 9th.
Mataji, asakti, I understand you lose interest in material life.
Yeah.
Asakti. What is ruchi, Mataji? Ruchi is love for the
Love for
Krishna
the
Katha.
Godhead.
Krishna.
Love is different. Prema is different. Prema is the high elevated stage. Only the Ashta Sakhis, Radharani, they will have that prema.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, Ruchi is the love for the Lord.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Most welcome, Mataji. Yes. Who wants to read this? Okay, this is not from Bhagavad Gita. I will read this. Prapaichika taya buddhya harisambandhi vastunau mumukshubhihi parityago vairagya falgu katyate. See, people who say, I have renounced everything. We are talking about sannyasa, right? So what sannyasa? Renouncing the result of the work. Most of the people we see, they say, I have become a sannyasi. I don't have any asakti. I have left everything. They say. But these sannyasis in the kavi dress, they have a kamandalu in their hand on one hand. Another hand, they will be having the bidi. And they will be having the japa mala in one hand and the phone, cell phone in another hand. They all are Falgu Vairagis. Vairagya Falgu Katyate. Falgu means for externally, exwardly, outwardly you show as if you have renounced, but inward, inside the heart, that vasanas are there. Heart is not purified. You might have seen the Bharat Maharaj's story, right? That in second chapter, third chapter, PPT, the one slide was there. Bharat Maharaj is doing yajna in the forest, but his attention is fully roaming around. What is it? Where did my dear baby go? Okay, so he thought, yes, he is a very, very elevated devotee. After him, India has been named Bharat. So what level he would have been? But still, that is what. See, till the time we purify our heart, it is better not to take sannyasa at all. That is why Krishna does not recommend sannyasa here. Renunciation of only the karmic activities he recommends. He never recommends the karma. Karma is very, very important. Doing more karma will eradicate the previous karma. That is why even if we go to Swargaloka and all, we have to, a higher planet, we have to come back. We can't go to directly Goloka from Swargaloka. Why? In Swargaloka, there is no karma which we perform. You have the, what is the desired tree? Everything we get. We don't perform any karma at all. That is why there's such shloka in 9th chapter. Tene punye Swargalokam vishalam. Chine punye tetam gvatva Swargalokam vishalam. Chine punye martyalokam vishanti. Though the Swargaloka is so vast, once the balance, account balance, what we take there, that balance becomes zero. We will have to come back to this earthly planet. Chine punyar martyr lokam vishanti. We have to come back. So we have to do karma. Don't get afraid. Bhakti is very difficult. We can't do it. It's all renunciation, nothing. It is a renunciation of the result of the karma what we perform. So when persons eager to achieve liberation, they renounce the things, leave everything. Okay, even related to Supreme Personality of Godhead, thinking them to be material, their renunciation is called incomplete. See, Srila Prabhupada, anybody giving any donation, he used to embrace. In one of the lectures, Srila Prabhupada is saying, you know, like they are showing a gold a tray filled with golden jewelry, giving it to some people. So the cartoon says, another person is, no, I don't want these things like that. What did Prabhupada say? No, give it to me. I will embrace and take. I will spend them for Krishna. So when he went to Western countries, he used to go in very, very luxurious car because his devotees were very rich. They used to take Prabhupada. So others used to criticize, oh, sannyasis are going in a luxurious car. He used to say, yeah, I'm going to, spread Krishna prema to everybody. So do you expect me to go in the bullock cart? What am I going to? Krishna Prema, Divyam. So I'm supposed to go like that. So here, don't renounce. I don't want car. I will go only by cycle. No, buy a car if you have the eligibility. Take all the devotees for this Mangalarti. Take all the devotees to Krishna temple. That is Yukta Vairagya. Utilizing everything for Krishna. Anasaktasya vichayan yatarkam upayunjate. Krishna anasaktasya vichayan yatarkam upayunjate. Nirbande Krishna sambande yukta vairagyam uchyate. Nirbande Krishna sambande. So whatever activities you perform, everything, opulences you have, utilize them for Krishna sambande. Yukta vairagyam uchyate. That is yukta vairagya. Yukta means jodna. That's a vairagya is what is a detachment. You should have detachment, but take it from the material world, detach it from the material world, attach it to the spiritual world. So did you understand Falgu Vairagya and Yukta Vairagya? We should never get this Falgu Vairagya saying, I have become a sannyasi, whatever happens, I am not bothered about that. No, we have to become. See, instead of saying that you bring as many souls as possible to Krishna consciousness, that is Yukta Vairagya. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare
Is that Falgu Vairagya Mityachari?
Yeah, those people, pretender. Yesterday we saw, no? Pretender. Yes,
So,
Mataji, correct.
Thank you,
Mityachari.
Mataji.
Okay?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So, Karma Yoga or Karma Sannyasa, which is better? Who wants to read? Third one, this is. Third verse. Jaye Shausa Sanya. Is anyone ready to read?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, read Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Nyeyah sa nitya sannyasi yo na dveshti na kankshati nirdvandvo hi mahabaho sukham bandhat pramuchyate. One who neither hates nor desires the fruits of his activities is known to be always renounced. Such a person, free from all dualities, easily overcomes material bondage and is completely liberated. O mighty armed Arjuna.
Very well, such a beautiful one. Dualities. What is dualities? Dualities means two extreme ends. Sita, Ushna. Shita is very cold. Ushna is very hot. Sukha, Dukkha. If there is Sukha, Dukkha will definitely come. Only then we will be able to understand what was Dukh, what was pain, what was pleasure. So, Labha, Labha, Jaya, 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 victory and failure. All these things are the dualities in life. But one who is liberated, such a person liberated from the dualities, so they will remain the same. Shita also, they will remain the same. Dukkha, pleasure, and Ushna, Shitoshna, Sukha, Dukkha. Labha, Labha, Jaya, Jaya. Shatrocha, Mitrecha. For everybody, they are equal. It is not, like, see, Krishna. Krishna, yesterday also we saw, no? Yadyadya Charati Shreshta. Krishna takes our avatar to show the material world people that as a leader. He wants to show them how to behave. So, like this one, Sudama. Sudama went. Krishna himself came out. Krishna himself came out to welcome him. He did his, he washed his feet and he took the pada jal, etc. to show the world that this is how we are supposed to treat Vaishnavas, devotees, people. Okay, so that means we should not have this person I like, this person I do not like. So the real renunciation is one has to liberate oneself from the dualities. Then only we can easily overcome this bondage. Material world binds us. But when we are not attached to the result of the karma, what we perform, then we are not bound. That means what? We are the liberated soul. So this is one of the first symptom of a person. Second chapter, you all have learned to know. Arjuna asked a question to Krishna. Who all are these Stitadir Muni? See, who are they? How do they sit? How do they walk? That means what? How do they behave? So what did Krishna say? Shitos Nashuka Dukkeshu Samasanga Vivarjitaga. They all are equal in all, equipoised, it is known as. So they are equipoised for the dualities which happen in this material world. They are okay. That is what is renunciation. So if I get a lottery ticket also, I remain the same. If I get somebody, like my, who is that? A person who had given me a loan, he is coming to ask my loan. Then also the same mentality. Lottery ticket I got also same mentality. right? That is known as actual renunciation. Yes. Srila Prabhupada gives an example, like the cashier. When the cashier in the bank, if he gets crores of rupees also, he'll be the same. If he doesn't get any money on any day also, he'll be the same. Because even 5 rupees if he takes, he has to face the consequence. So for me, whatever comes, if people are coming one day only for taking loan, he will not be depressed. All my money is gone. One day everybody is coming only for deposit. He will not be so happy, jumping between sky and earth. He will remain the same equipoise. Whom are you seeing in the picture? Hare Krishna. Who is he?
Haridas Thakur Mataji.
Yes, Hari Bol. Yes, Mataji. Haridas Thakur.
Thank you.
Haridas Thakur, okay, I will not go to the story. Who is Haridas Thakur? Okay, in this birth, he is a Shudra. He was born in a Muslim family and he became a great devotee of the Lord because for him, he is a elevated Vaishnava. For him, he nothing other than chanting he used to do. So once that King Raskan, he sent people to beat Haridas Thakur in 27 marketplaces. That time also Haridas Thakur did not protest. So somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, why Lord did not protect him? Srila Prabhupada said it's in Chaitanya Charitamrita also. He said no. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to save him, but this Haridas Thakur was praying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that please don't, this soul no is a fallen soul. Who? The king. Don't punish him. Try to bring him also into Krishna consciousness. So Mahaprabhu, if I had punished him, my Vaishnava would have got disappointed. My devotee would have got disappointed. That is why. So when, that is the reason what Mahaprabhu did. When they were hitting, Mahaprabhu was protecting as a layer on his back. So he protected him. Okay, anyway. So when Raskan sent this lady to that this lady went and told, I want to have association with you. That is why I have come. Haridas Thakur, because he is not duality, away from duality. He will not get perplexed like us. Hey, jao. Not like that, he is saying. So, oh, is it? No problem. I have a quota for every day to chant. Once my quota is over, I complete my chanting as per my schedule, then I will definitely make you happy. So night passes, 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights passes. 4th night, she became a devotee. She started chanting. That is the, gratefulness of Sangha, that Satsanga. Even Lavamatra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Gaya, Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha. So if that Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha, one king was there, he was a very, very pious king. His brother was not at all a pious person. So once Narada Muni came to his home, after doing all the austerity, Narada Muni asked, you really did lot of austerity to me, what do you want? He said, my brother is not at all a devotee. I want to make him a devotee. Narada Muni went and Narada Muni just, asked him, Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha, he said. He could not understand. What is meant by Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha? You go and ask your brother. He did not know. So they like that. They went to Brahma went to Shiva. All did not know what is it. How Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha will convert a person. So they all finally went to Vishnu Loka. There Vishnu said, you all go back. I will deal with this, his brother. So he sent everybody back. And this fellow was only standing. He asked, how this Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha elevates everybody? He said, you saw Narada Muni just for a second. Lavamatra, you saw Narada Muni, no? Who all came, they have gone. You are sitting in Goloka in front of me. See the benefit of association of Narada Muni with you, not even for a second. Okay, it is like that, Sadhu Sangha. So she became a devotee. She took initiation from Haridas Thakur. And also, she started, first she started worshipping Tulsi. The moment she got initiation, Haridas Thakur left that place. He was waiting there for that lady to get converted into, to become into Krishna consciousness. So why it is given? He was not perplexed. So it had been other people, they would have called many people to throw this lady out. It's not like that. That is why. So he was all the time equipoised. Nothing can shake us. Hare Krishna. Okay, so that is a beautiful story. Yeah, who wants to read? Read fast. Hare Krishna. Nobody? Brahmanyada. Yes, Mataji, read.
ब्रह्मण्यादाय कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा करोति यः लिप्यतेन स पापेन पद्मपत्रम् इवाम्बसा.
Hare Krishna. So we all know the lotus leaf, whether it is at the top of the water, whether it is inside the water, whatever it is, water it does not get attached to the water. The water does not get attached to the lotus leaf. So we also should be unattached to the results of our activities. One who performs his duty without attachment. What is when we without attachment, whatever benefit I get, everything is surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, the results unto Supreme God is not affected by sinful action. So even doctors do operation, isn't it? So when doctors do operation, it is their duty to perform operation. If they have to cut, they can't say, being a doctor, I cannot cut. Is it not? So it does not attach. It does not attach them to the. I mean the whatever karma, even if the patient, for example, by chance passes away, it's not doctor's fault, right? So it does not attach them. Like Srila Prabhupada's example is given, correct? He was not, so many hippies he converted into happies, but he was unattached. He did not take the pride. He did everything. He went through so many difficulties, only on the instruction of his Supreme Spiritual Master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, right? Yeah, yes, Mataji, you can read. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. Who wants to read? Hare Krishna. Read, Prabhuji.
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Silisaiva Pape Sa Pandita Samadachina.
Translation also.
So, the humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater.
Hare Krishna, thank you. This is the real knowledge. Vidya. Other than Krishna, all other knowledge is ignorance. This is what it is said. So, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, those who have got this real knowledge, what happens? For them, Gavi, cow, Hastini, elephant, Shuni, that dog, Shwapaka, dog eater, all are equal. Even the Panditas. So a person who is in consciousness or the elevated devotee. There are 3 levels of devotees, right? Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, Uttama Adhikari. Kanishta Adhikaris are the neophyte devotees. Neophyte devotees means newly they have come to Bhakti. Like maybe we all are in that stage only. We are not at all in elevated stage. We will go to temple. We know Lord is there. Maybe, but we will not be able to. I mean, we are not totally, as we said just now, that Anartha Nivarti, Sadhu Sangha, Shraddha, nothing we have. Simply we go, we worship and come back. That is all. So that is neophyte devotee. Madhyama Adhikari, that is Kanishta Adhikari is a neophyte devotee. Madhyama is a little higher level. What do? Madhyama Adhikaris, actually they know the Shastras. They know that everything has been proved. The Lord is there, how Krishna has been proved, they know very well. But when others argue, they will not be in a position to counter-argue with them to prove that whatever has been proved in Shastra. They are in the Kanishta, Madhyama Adhikari level, middle level. Uttama Adhikari, they can very easily, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how many times he got that Sarvam Bhattacharya, he had a conversation and 2, 3 other more people. He had even our who said Ramananda Rai, first, second, third, 4 questions. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, tell me something higher than this, right? So they are able to, these Uttama Adhikaris will be able to counter-argue with people, but they will not be able to preach. Why they will not be able to preach? In front of them, whoever is sitting, they are seeing everybody. Same Paramatma is living in everybody's heart. They are also like me only. How can I preach them? They already know everything. Right? So the spiritual master to preach, they say they have to come down one level down, thinking that Krishna's message has not reached everybody. So it is my responsibility to bring these souls into Krishna consciousness. Like that, they have to think and come one level down and then preach. Then only they will be able to preach. So why? Because they see everybody and everything equal with equal vision. For them, there is nothing higher or lower. As we just now saw, Shitoshna, Sukha Dukkha, Labha Labha, Jaya Jaya, Chatru Mitrao. These are all the, some of the examples of dualities. One who has overcome, Uttama Adhikaris have overcome these dualities. Hare Krishna. I think the last verse, maybe. Oh, no. Yes. Who wants to read? Ye samsparshaja bhoga. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, read Mataji.
ये हि संपर्ष्ण स भोगा दुःखायो न एव ते अध्यान्तरवध कौन्तेय नाथेषु नमते बुधः. Hare Krishna Mataji.
The translation.
An intelligent person doesn't take part in the source of misery, which are due to contact with the material sense. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and end, and so the wise man does not delight in them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Adi Antamanta. Adi Antam. That is the beginning and the end. For material pleasure, there is no beginning or end. Today, something may be pleasurable. Same thing will become pain tomorrow. Many a times, you all will have lot of experience. We might have prayed for something. By the time you get it, you will feel, why did I pray for this? Right? In Kali Yuga, it happens a lot. So intelligent people, they do not take part in the either misery or pleasure, pain or pleasure. And we know that because why? If we enjoy today, same thing we may be having hatred towards the same thing tomorrow. That is the reason. What are the miseries? You know the miseries, types of miseries? Three taps are the Adhyatmik, Adi Bhautik, and Adi Daivik. Adhyatmik with the surrounding. Adhyatmik for our own soul, our own mind creates that this is pain, this is pleasure. Adi Bhautik, which comes from surrounding. Adi Daivik, which the Lord gives. Okay, Hare Krishna. This is a very important slide. This talks about how to be equipoised. Which is the root cause for jumping or for lamenting and fearing. All of us lament about the past. We all fear about the future. This is what. So, because of the senses. Here, the first slide we see, that is the bumblebee. Bumblebees, that sight, that is chakshu, that is very effective. Once it sees the light, immediately it goes and sits on that. But the light is very hot. Thinking that is sun, it went and it sat down. What will happen? It loses its life, is it not? Same way, deer. Deer's is shotram. That is hearing ability is the weakness for the deer. When the deer hears any melodious music, it becomes its weakness. It becomes a prey to it. So when there is the deer hunters, what they do, they play very melodious music and catch the deer. Shotram and Chakshu, both we have seen. Next one, the honeybee. Honeybee is for taste. Rasanam, taste. So the honeybee comes and sits on the lotus. And it is so much enjoying the honey by the time sun sets. Obviously, when the sun sets, this thing, lotus flower will close. Bumblebee is inside, honeybee is inside. So it loses its life again. Till next day morning, it has gone. Then the next one is taste. What is that? Smell. Granam. Smell means fish. Anyone who wants to catch fish, they cook the food and they can smell so nicely. They come for and they fall prey to the food only. Is it not? Then the last one is for touch. That is the elephant. Those who want to again catch elephants, they make so many holes, big holes. And in the center, they put the female elephant. So all the elephant come because of their weakness and they fall into this thing, right? Pit. That is how they are caught. So an intelligent person does not take part in the source of misery. So if we are not able to overcome our sense objects, this is what we will become a prey to the senses. But see how many type of sense weakness. It is all the weakness of the senses, each and everything, right? This is the last verse. All of you recite. I will request every one of you to recite, either mute or unmute, however you want. But very important verse. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam
tapasam
sarvaloka
sarvaloka
maheshwaram
maheshwarim
Suhridam sarvabhutanam
Nyatva
Atma
Shanti
Shanti
Mrichati.
Nichati. Very good. Thank you. So this is the peace formula. Whoever wants peace, they should know this fact. What is this fact? The sages knowing he is the ultimate. So nothing is in our hand, right? He is the ultimate. And when we sacrifice in yajna, all the devatas, they return the ahuti to the yajnapati. Who is the yajnapati? Only one yajnapati, Vishnu. So all the devatas, if they don't enjoy the ahutis of the yajna, they return it to the yajnapati. Who is that? Supreme Lord of all planets. The demigods and the benefactor and the well-wisher of all living entities attain peace. Who knows this? What should they know? He is the well-wisher, he is the benefactor, he is the enjoyer. These three. So if we know, it is like God. He is the generator, G. O, operator. He is the destroyer. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, God. So nothing is in our hand. A person who knows this fact, they will live in peace. Isn't it? So first question he asked, karma sannyasa or karma yoga, which is better? What is the answer Krishna gave? Compared to both, best is devotional service. Do everything for the pleasure of the Lord. Yesterday I told, remember, Veda's objective is not doing these rituals. Veda's objective is samsiddhir haritoshanam. Okay, so of course, karma yoga is better than karma sannyasa. Because karma sannyasis do not perform karma. To purify our heart, we need to do more karma. Because in the process of doing more karma, we have to bend to many people. As I told Trinadapi Sunichena, the pride goes away. So nishkama karma is detach the result of whatever work you do. If you detach yourself from the results of the work or surrender the result to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? Liberation by focus on the Supreme. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Anyone having any doubt? So the last 15.29, that formula, you remember, peace formula. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. Another one is Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Havihastini. Shuni Chaiva Shwa Pake. Try to come to that level. See a dog, anything, any living entity. The Paramatma is living in that entity. The same Lord who is residing in us, same Lord is residing in that entity also. Mamaivamsho Jivaloke. The Lord has so told, 15.7. We all are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. But next level, in 13th chapter, you will learn. Apart from the soul, there is a Paramatma living in everybody's heart. So if we know that the same Paramatma is there in everybody's heart, all these qualities which we talk about, amanitvam, madambitvam, ahimsa, kshanti, arjavam, acharya, upasanam, stairyam, atma, vinigraha, abhayam, sattva, shamsuddhir, all these, 16th chapter and 13th chapter, full Abhidaya process. Abhidaya is what? Process to reach the Lord. All the Abhidaya process talks about these qualities, characteristics which we need to imbibe in us. So it's not only knowing what is the relation between us and the Lord, Sambandha Gyan, but Abhidaya is very important. Knowing Lord is there, I want to go there. So he has Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Matta Sarvam Pravartate. He said, everything is animated from me. That is not sufficient. To go to him, we need to know the process also. Which flight will go, which ticket, which passport we need to take, which visa we need to take. Right? And finally, what is the prayojana? That is 10th chapter, 11th verse you will learn. What is that? Jnana Deepena Baswata. I sitting in your heart, I light the lamp of knowledge by dispelling the darkness of ignorance. The Lord says, once we do it, He will. Every day we pray, Om Ajnanati Mirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya. Same. Please dispel the darkness from my heart and light the lamp. 10.11 tells the same. Tesham eva anukampartha agamajnana jamtamaga jnanamam atmasda jnana deepena basvata. Jnana deepena. I light this lamp of knowledge.